Him take him opportunity, you know, that I'm at the weakest to try and finish me off, but I said me is the wicked one. But anyway, to be poor is a crime. And you know, we have plenty of crime in this country. Freddie McGregor is here with us, and Machel Stewart, who is the program advisor for poverty eradication. You're not doing so wonderfully well with the poverty eradication. Freddie B, what's up?
Yes, I'm good. That's Freddie. It's case one, Marcel, I'm going like him, Freddie McGregor.
This song has been around for a little while, but as we were discussing before, it's very relevant now. To be poor is a crime. And yet, clearly we have a lot of crime going on because we have a lot of poor people, not only here in Jamaica, but of course around the world. I'm assuming this is related to Jamaica.
Yeah.
Yeah? And the Poverty Eradication Unit, that's that name?
Right, program at the UNDP, yes.
And it's still functioning?
Still functioning.
But they're not eradicating, not even fly.
Well, you see, sometimes you have to take a step backwards to go forward. And trust me, we're going
well
forward.
back.
Well, we're not well back, you know. We're just not moving forward as fast as we should.
All right. Before we come to why Freddie is involved, are we better off now than we were 20 years ago?
It depends on the measurement that you're using. If you're talking,
use whether people can eat, go school, drink tea.
yeah, well, you can eat and go school and drink tea, because really and truly, modernization has caused that. Things have gotten cheaper. So like school books and school shoes and school bags are relatively cheaper than they used to be.
You talking to the right people?
Yes, man, relatively cheaper. I used to go to school, when I used to go to school in Trelawney, I mean, a significant amount of kids didn't have shoes. Well, a lot of them have shoes now. But what you must ask me is the quality of their life better? Meaning, are they getting quality education or health care? Are those tangible things which will really matter, not just a physical cell phone?
Is that the measure of poverty? Whether
well, they are very measures. That is one of the measures. For the UNDP, poverty is about deprivation. Basic needs that people not being met. So for us, to develop Jamaica, we need to get more people to a better standard of living, better health care, better education, better security. I mean, these are problems that we see in Jamaica every day and we are trying to fix.
So when they say people living below the poverty line, what do they mean by that?
The poverty line is a figure which the government has set, which is basically a designation of who is considered poor and who is not. But that's just a measure of income. And so therefore many people will fall just above that line. And so it will look nice and hunky-dory. But the slightest shift, like now with the food crisis or the oil crisis or the financial crisis, and several persons will drop below that line. And so we can't just use that measure. We have to use other qualitative measures such as what is the real standard of living? How do people feel?
All right, so I understand now what you are trying to eradicate. I put it to you that you are no closer to eradication than you were 20 years ago.
Well, eradication
so what's stalling the process?
Well, a lot of things are stalling the process. And
Freddie need to cut 2 more shows.
Yeah, we need some. I guess we need to involve some of the other superstars too.
Yeah.
Freddie, when you made that song, it was just what was happening at the time?
An African-minded youth, you know, and most of the things that me visualize in my brain as a youth is as a result of the struggles that we see in Africa, because I'm a real African-minded person. Not to pay a blind eye to our struggles here, but it's the same people and the same struggle, the same situation. So when we make songs like those, it's appealing to the world in general. But Jamaica first and foremost, because I'm Jamaican, this is where we live. I say, look here, man, to be poor is a crime, you know, we can do better, I'm going to try and do better. Because man should have known that in this time, and of course people know. What I would personally love to see is, since Jamaica has become such a first world, with all these fast food chains, I'm sure that they could come together and work out a system whereas they could do a lot more in terms of what is being wasted daily. If maybe somebody should run a survey to say at the end of the evening how much food is left over from all these places, and look at how we can appropriate that food so it don't go to waste and feed somebody. Because even myself, me love eat food, but I hate to see anything wasting on my plate, because it have a waste and me I think so, wow, why waste it? Just eat it. Give it to somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you seem bigger than last time.
Well, lift like a weights, you know.
Yeah, they play.
to go back a second,
How was the connection made?
well, actually, you know, we said, well, we recognize that poverty is everyone's problem. So everyone, as Freddie has said, can do something about it. Not just government, but companies and individuals. And we said, But do people really recognize that poverty is an emergency? Which song can we get which will bring out that message that it's really like a crime, a sentence, a life sentence, this whole poverty thing? And then we said, which conscious artist we have who has been active and who is well known for his cultural inputs? And so we said, Freddie McGregor. I was like a natural connection, and then we made contact with Freddie, and Freddie was like all gung-ho and said, yeah man, this song have to use because it was relevant then and it's relevant now, and that's what it's made for. So that's we thank Freddie. And the other artists, oh, by the way, I always hear Neville complain, say, Simon don't carry anything from foreign. And I always hear you complain, say, Simone don't invite to anything. So I'm doing both now.
So you're invited.
You're invited to the poverty rally and educational concert this afternoon.
Well, this afternoon we're going to be at Emancipation Park. I myself, I'm performing, Carlos Riley, Tana, along with Dean Fraser and the crew. And there are other activities throughout the evening.
It's from 4 o'clock.
From 4 p.m.
till 10.
We're just inviting people to just come through.
It's free.
Free.
Just come and see what we're doing.
No, man, it's free, but it's good because we're giving you presentations, interactive demonstrations.
You go over my head with something. You say, I'm always complaining that Simon don't bring nothing from foreign. And then you give me this?
Because we are bringing international things. No, we're giving international level artists never.
So you're getting something from.
We are getting international artists. People come from foreign to see Freddie and Itana and Taros. And we are giving it to you free right here.
Fair enough, sir.
So everything else going?
I'm good so far, give thanks. And, the youths are blazing the trail. I myself getting ready to start my new CD for next year. And,
That's about the 35th.
No, 39 it's going to be. Yes, coming in tough was 38, so this is going to be 39.
39.
Long journey, and we're still at it, you know.
The ship's still at sea.
Still sailing, and I just said that to just bring back the thought that Alton has left us to to Alton's family and fans out there.
He was here with us Independence Day. He was here with us Independence Day.
Yes, and he's left a long legacy of music behind for us to cherish and for the generations to come. So, unlike Dennis Brown, when he died, we played enough Dennis Brown. I hope it's not the same with Alton now too. We want to hear Alton music consistently so the kids can grow up and be a part of that legacy and history that he's left behind.
So Machel, you have a big job.
I have a big job, but I also have a good team. As I said, the UNDP has been re-energized, and we have some good persons there. So look out for us, because you'll be seeing us regularly everywhere. You'll be seeing some of the outputs of what we are doing. And we have a commitment from our partners, including the government of Jamaica, to make a better effort at what we have been doing all the while.
Okay. Finally, I want to say something to you. If you come back on this program, and it's this you bring for me, you will never be on any television.
No, you understand why people don't bring him, because he's not a grateful person. He's a man, when you bring him something, look on it all the way. Like a little child, look at it from all the way around and say, this you bring? So after a while, people just stop bring.
So you
we know we'll see him later.
Oh, hold on.
I have stopped.
Oh, so you didn't start then?
Yes, indeed.
All right.
Check the fine print, so that's made in Jamaica.
Look, man.
All right, I tell you what, next time I come back, I'll give you some figures to say poverty in Jamaica has fallen.
That
like
would be
that?
great.
All
That
right,
would be great.
I'll carry that out.
That would be a fantastic thing. Freddie McGregor and Machel Stewart.
Thank you very much.
Don't
Thank you,
move.
Papa.
Don't move. I don't know how we move from the great Freddie McGregor to this gentleman here, but here is where you say. Baga.